When people ask me why I wanted to go into education, I think about the people who inspired me as I was growing up. And the people who inspired me were always the people who were helping. Everyone's heard that famous quote in regards to Mr. Rogers, where he said, in times of crisis or in times of struggle, look for the helpers. There's always helpers. And I think in my lifetime, I have had the pleasure and the privilege of having people in my life who are amazing educators and amazing helpers who inspired me. And I think that made me feel like I wanted to go into the same kind of profession, something that helped people, something that made the world better for one person and as a ripple effect makes the world better for countless other people. So I think that's what took me into education, loving kids, loving working with kids and seeing their joy, the gotcha moments where they figure something out for the first time, their compassion and their empathy and caring for one another, and how they turn around and teach somebody else after you've taught them. So I think that those things have always inspired me, and I think that's what had started me in education and keeps me in education. Another a quote, so when I think about not only why I'm in education, but why I love what I do, and at the beginning of this year, I saw a quote, and it was from an anonymous source. I don't know who wrote it, but it said to believe in children to the point where people think you're crazy, and then believe some more. And that has been my kind of mantra for the entire year this year. It's been a tough couple years in education, for sure. A lot of struggles during the pandemic. And when I feel like I'm slipping, when I feel like I'm kind of drifting a little bit or struggling to see a way out for some of our kids, that quote keeps coming back to me. It's posted in my office up on my whiteboard. Just to keep believing, that there's a chance. There's a chance that somebody is going to, you never know when that moment's going to come. And I think that's one of the best things about watching kids grow and working in education, that you never know when there's going to be the light bulb moment. And so you never give up, you never quit, because if you do, it could have been the next day was when that moment was going to come. So I love what I do. When I talk about, when somebody says that I'm a life changer, that's extremely humbling. And in my mind, life changing is reciprocal. So any life changing that I've done for students, present or past, has also come back to me tenfold, because they change my life. They make my life better. Every student that I've interacted with, all the people who I've seen go on to become really successful or to change their lives around to something wonderful. I feel like I've had small pieces in that, and watching them be able to achieve makes me happy, and it inspires me to go back and grab one more. So that's why I appreciate very much being called a life changer. And if I change their lives, I'm not doing any more than what they've done for me, where they changed my life. So thank you very much. I appreciate even being in the company of life changers.